Alright, we in the end game now. We have all 30 pages of the codex. And yes, we'll be going through all 30 pages of the codex. Because after this, that's not what I want. I want you. Weapons. Doing math. Yes, I can afford. Ha! Do not. I never have enough smoke bombs. Well, let's rapid check this. Nope. Dinks. Alright, let's go. I got a Borgia to kill. Finally actually get to visit the Vatican after getting sidetracked for 2 data segments. Oh, I have money I can collect too. Some fat muns. Leonardo, what you doing here?
Leonardo.
Ezio, so good to see you. How can I help you?
Just to confirm that these are actually
Found
decoded.
another one. How exciting.
Oh, tricky. A numerical substitution and a language shift. Give me a moment. It's done.
Perfect. Now that all my all my pages are decoded. The boy ran off. How rude. Alright, time to see what these codex pages in the Apple can do for... Oh, that's a lot of people. Oh. And now, we read the codex. Page 1. I have spent days with the artifact now, or has it been weeks, months? I am no longer certain. The others come from time to time, offering food or distraction. They say I should separate myself from these studies. Malik has even suggested I abandon them entirely. No, we cannot. But I am not yet ready to turn away. This apple of Eden will be understood. It must be. Is it a weapon? Is it a catalog? Is it somehow both? He who increaseth knowledge why do I suddenly have a lisp and or stutter? Increases sorrow. The philosophy of such a statement I can understand, but for it to be literally true, a society that wages war with ideas and information in place of steel and swords. Its function is simple, elementary, even dominion control, but the process, the methods and means it employs, these are fascinating. Those subjected to its glow are promised all they desire. It asks only one thing in return, complete and total obedience. And who can truly refuse? It is in temptation incarnate. I remember my moment of weakness when confronted by Al-Mualim, my confidence shaken by his words. He who had been like a father was now revealed to be my greatest enemy. Just the briefest flicker of doubt was all he needed to creep into my mind, but I vanquished his phantoms, restored my self-confidence, and sent him from this world. I freed myself, and now I wondered, did I really? For here I sit, desperate to understand that which I swore to destroy. This is why. The apple has a tale to tell. I sense the flickers of something great and dangerous. We are all at risk. It is my duty to do something about it. I cannot turn away until I found the truth. And then this is Templars versus Assassins. That's a hidden blade design. Page 4. What follows are the 3 great ironies of the Assassin Order. Here we seek to promote peace, but murder is our means. Here we seek to open the minds of men, but require obedience to a master and set of rules. Here we seek to reveal the danger of blind faith, yet we are practitioners ourselves. I have no satisfactory answer to these charges, only possibilities. Do we bend the rules in service to a greater good? And if we do, what does it say of us? That we are liars, that we are frauds, that we are weak. Every moment is spent wrestling with these contradictions, and in spite of all the years I've had to reflect, still I can find no suitable answer, and I fear that one may not exist. Nothing is true, everything is permitted. Does our creed provide the answer then? That one may be two things, opposite in every way, simultaneously? And why not? Am I not proof? We have noble intentions possessed of barbaric means. Who we celebrate the sanctity of life and then promptly take it from those who we deem our enemies. Oh, Altair's getting philosophical on us. Who were the ones that came before? What brought them here? How long ago? Centuries, millennia, longer still? So little remains of them. What drove them out? What are these artifacts? Messages in a bottle? Tools left behind to aid and guide us? Or do we fight for control over their refuse, giving divine purpose and meaning to little more than discarded toys? Oh, ouch. Ugh. Robert de Sabal may be dead, but his brotherhood survives. Though less conspicuous in appearance, I feel they remain a threat, where once they proudly walked the streets, making for easier targets, now they retreat into shadows. It grows difficult to track them. What wicked things will they weave in the darkness? Our work will be all the more complicated for it. Already there are rumors of movement on Cyprus. I will have to investigate. It made me realize that our tactics too must change. It means an end to our fortresses, to our penchant for spectacular displays of public assassination. So much for being a blade in the crowd. We must weave our webs quietly. We must do so differently than we have in the past. Though I ask my brothers now to abandon their rituals, I do not ask they abandon the creed. This is what makes us assassins, not the removal of a finger, not a false promise of paradise, not the prohibition of poison. Our duty is to the people, not to custom. If we must sneak, we shall sneak. If we must use poison, we shall use poison. If our blades can be used without removing fingers, we shall not demand they be taken. And we shall not manipulate our initiates with lies and parlor tricks. We shall speak plainly and honestly. We shall be made anew. I had thought Ada would be the one to lead me to rest, that I may lay down my blade and live as a normal man, but now I know such dreams are best left to sleep. Her face. I tried to banish it from my mind as I remember the days and nights during which I chased her Templar captors across the sea. I almost got to them in time, almost. If I had been only been faster, instead I held her lifeless body in my arms, saw the terror reflected in her fixed, unblinking eyes. I hunted each man one by one until all responsible were gone from the world, but there was no joy in this, no satisfaction or release. Their death did not bring her back, did not heal my wounds. After that I was certain I would never feel for a woman as I had for her. I am fortunate to have been wrong. So it must have been Ada must have been his first wife. Altair's first wife, and then we get to meet the Templar lady. Why do our instincts insist on violence? I have studied the interactions between different species. The innate desire to survive seems to demand the death of the other. Why can they not stand hand in hand? Some may believe the world was created by the hand of a divine power, but I only see the designs of a madman bent on celebrating destruction and desperation. Our origins seem chaotic, unintended purpose, and being instilled solely by the passage of time, imposed first by nature and later by men. All things in the universe head towards entropy, chaos. Order falls to chaos. That is the nature of the universe. Over time, any sentence uttered long and loud enough becomes fixed, becomes the truth, provided, of course, that you can outlast the dissident and silence your opponents. But should you succeed and remove all challengers, then what remains is by default now true. History is written by the victors. Is it true in some objective sense? No. But how does one ever achieve an objective point of view? The answer is you don't. It is literally physically impossible. There are too many variables, too many fields and formula to consider. We can try, of course. We can inch closer and closer to a revelation, but we will never reach it, not ever. And so I have realized that so long as the Templars exist, they will attempt to bend reality to their will. They recognize there is no such thing as an absolute truth, or if there is, we are hopelessly under-equipped to recognize it, and so in its place, they seek to create their own explanation. It is the guiding principle of their so-called New World Order, to reshape existence in their own image. It is not about artifacts, not about men. These are merely tools. It's about concepts. Clever of them. For how does one wage war against a concept? It is the perfect weapon. It lacks a physical form, yet can alter the world around us in numerous, often violent ways. You cannot kill a creed. Even if you kill all its adherents, destroy all of its writings, they are a reprieve at best. Someone, someday, will rediscover it, reinvent it. I believe that we, the assassins, have simply rediscovered an order that predates the old man himself. And that's the apple. Yeah, we're gonna be here a while. Atidas, Dionysus, Horus, Chimera, Mithra, Jesus. Similar stories color their lives, too similar, I think. Divine birthright, persecution, disciples, miraculous acts, resurrection. How is it possible? Perhaps it isn't merely a single story told over the ages, borrowed and changed to fit the times, evolving as our tools and language do. Is this tale born of fact or fiction? A bit of both? Could these features be the same person, their life extended and transformed by a piece of Eden? Al-Mu'alim spoke of Jesus as a real person, a mortal who had mastered the arts of manipulation. But what if he was wrong? If these men are real, and if they have walked among us many times before, does it mean they'll come again? Perhaps they are here now. So many questions, every day even more. And that's the solar system diagram. The hidden blade has been a constant... Oh, look. Different assassination techniques. The hidden blade has been a constant companion of ours over the years. Some would even say it defines us, and they would not be entirely wrong. Many of our successes would not have been possible without it. Still, the device has begun to show its age, and so I have been researching improvements beyond ending the need to remove one's finger to wield it. First is an addition of metal plate that we can use to deflect incoming blows. The other assassins believe it is forged of a new metal, and crab me with the discovery of the formula included on this page. It's better they know not the truth. I have also worked with Malik to describe new methods of assassinations. From on high, from ledges, from hiding places, basic movements, but critical nonetheless. Third and final improvement is the most simple provision of a second blade, identical in every way to the first. Should an assassin ever find himself tasked with dispatching two targets, he need only time his strike in such a way that he can reach both at the same time. These blades will be limited in number since the metal we have, which we forge them, remains difficult to obtain. I need to think carefully about who will be allowed to carry two. And whatever formula he's... it's up in the top left. And it's written in Arabic, so I can't read it. Okay. Man seeks dominion over all he encounters. I suppose it is a natural tendency for us to aspire towards mastery of our surroundings, for this should not include other human beings. Every day more and more are pressed into service by deception or by force. Others, though not so firmly imprisoned, are made to feel as if their lives are worthless. I have seen the ways in which men persecute women, heard the cruel words slung at those who come here from other lands, watched as those who believe or act differently are made to suffer. Wow, this is really ringing a little close to home, given the current climate here in America and most of the world, honestly. But oof, some words just resonate across time. We discuss such things often, watching as we do from the spires of Masyaf. But what can be done to stop this, to encourage tolerance and equality? Some days we speak of education, believing that knowledge will free us from immorality. But as I walk the streets and see slaves sent off to auction, my heart grows cold. When I see the husband hurl abuses and stones at his wife, insisting she exists only to serve him, my fist clenches. And when I see children torn from their parents so that another man, my prophet, sent off to suffer beneath the desert sun and die, on these days I do not think that dialogue will make a difference. On these days I can think only of how the perpetrators need to die. Some men cannot be redeemed. That would be the island of Cyprus. The apple is more than a catalog of that which precedes us. Within its twisted, sparkling innards, I've caught glimpses of what will be. Such a thing should not be possible. Perhaps it isn't. Maybe it is simply a suggestion how to know how to be sure. I contemplate the consequences of these visions. Are they images of things to come, or simply the potential for what might be? Can we influence the outcome? Dare we try? And in doing so, do we merely ensure what we've seen? I am torn as always between action and inaction, unclear as to which, if either, will make a difference. Am I even meant to make a difference? Still, I keep this journal. It's not that an attempt to change, or perhaps is that not an attempt to change, or perhaps guarantee what I have seen? Of all the things I've seen, none troubled me more than the image of the flames. Pillars so tall they seemed to pierce the heaven. The ground rumbled and shuddered. Mountains split and cracked. Giant metal towers splintered their inner spewed about the ground, and everywhere there was screaming, a chorus so terrible that even I feel its echoes still. That sounds somewhat reminiscent of 9/11, but Nostradamus saw some weird shit too. What is this madness I have seen? Is it them? I wonder who those who came before. Is this where they went? Into the fire, into the dust? Perhaps this destructive power is what the Templars seek, that they might hold it over us and command devotion. What hope would we have then if they held such darkness in their hands that they could murder the world? Okay, maybe not 9/11, but the, I think it's the Toba event, is what they call it, where the first Civ was wiped from the face of the earth. We are obligated to hide, to be silent, to shape the course of history in secret, but some of my brothers and sisters disagree. They grow angry, insisting it is a mistake to shroud ourselves. They say it slows our work, but they do not understand the risks. To expose ourselves now would be too dangerous. I fear we would be branded madmen and attacked. So it goes. So it always has. If there is one thing I know for certain is that men do not learn by being told. Instead they must be shown. They must make the connections themselves. If I say unto a man, be kind, be tolerant, be of an open mind, these words will wither and die long before they've effected change. It would be a waste, and so we must maintain our course. Alright, I think that's his armor. Legend speaks of a golden fleece. Could the two be related? I have further refined the metallurgic processes, allowed for the production of a suit of armor the likes of which the world has never seen. It is possessed of great strength, yet so light as to allow complete freedom. I alternate between wonder and fear. Here we have crafted something that will surely change the face of warfare, making those who wear it nigh invincible. Perhaps it was a mistake to create these pieces. I think it best to erase the formula. What if it fell into the hands of our enemies? The risk is too great. Yeah, that's the armor of Altair I'm wearing. And as of a golden fleece, that's the shroud. I have studied the ancient pagan faiths that came before this more recent obsession with a single divine creator. They seem to have focused more on the fundamental forces that play in the world around us and less on arbitrary moral rules. The sun rises in the morn, sets in the evening, the tides ebb and flow, grass grows, withered, die, and then in time emerges from the ground once more. The air turns warm, then cool, and back again. Some hidden energy keeps us fitted to the ground, pulls us back when we attempt to leave it. It's called gravity. Each of these movements was represented before by a god or goddess. Each force given face but recognized as something distinct and powerful, which is not to say there were not connections between these forces, a pantheon of individual spirits or rules, invisible hands guiding the progress of the world around us. And so here there was an attempt to categorize, study, explain, and understand the way things work, even if it was flawed, but no more. Now we are tasked to succumb to a far more simplified explanation. How naive to believe there may be a single answer to every question, every mystery, that there exists a lone divine light which rules over all. They say it is a light that brings truth and love. I say it is a light that blinds us and forces us to stumble about in ignorance. I long for the day when men will turn away from invisible monsters and once more embrace a more rational view of the world. But these new religions are so convenient and promise such terrible punishments should one reject them. I worry that fear shall keep us stuck to what is surely the greatest lie ever told. As a man of science and a Catholic, I am conflicted, because I believe in a singular, all-powerful God, but I also know the value of science, and that it's the only thing keeping us from being a bunch of morons. Poison design. One may cultivate extracts from various plants found throughout the region. More exotic species can sometimes be obtained from traders and travelers, but their properties are less documented and require further examination. Traditional chemical implements can be used to distill the poison. Care should be used, as certain poisons can be absorbed through exposed skin. Many are those who have lost their lives to carelessness. One's blade should be hollowed according to the specifications listed herein. Deviations may create fractures within the metal, causing the blade to weaken and possibly break. What to make of this map? Map of the map of the Eastern Hemisphere, with locations of, I'm assuming, first Civ temples. It appears to contain the entire world, not flat as they claim, either, but round like a ball, like the apple. But how is such a thing even possible? Stranger still are the lands it shows, great patches of the unknown, the unexplored. So many places yet to be discovered. Are there men there? Are they like us? And if not, different how? I should like to know the answer. Perhaps in time I'll have the chance to travel the charter course and make my way to those distant lands. Various parkour techniques. Some days I miss my family, or at least the thought of them. I never knew my parents well, despite them both having lived within these walls. It was our way. Perhaps they were sad, though they showed no sign. It was not allowed. For my part, so much of my youth was spent in training, there was little time left to reflect upon the separation. And so when they were finally lost to me, it seemed no different than the passing of two strangers. Al-Mu'alim had been as my father, and his was a weak, dishonest love. Thought, though at a time it seemed enough, better even, or so I thought. Someday I will have a child, such is the way of our order, and I will not make the same mistake, nor any who call themselves an assassin. We shall be allowed to love our children, and in turn to be loved. Al-Mu'alim believes such attachments would weaken us, cause us to falter when our lives were on the line. But if we truly fight for what is just as love, not make such sacrifice simpler, knowing we do so for their gain? The Jedi have no emotional attachments. Yeah, see where that got him. Here's our lovely Templar lady. I have the answer now. I know the truth. I shall not touch that wretched thing again. Best that no one do now or ever. I have tried at last to destroy it, but it will neither bend nor break nor melt. Oh, the irony. I am certain if I ask, the apple will tell me what need to be done, but even this promise is insufficient. Always it holds one more gift to give. I must refrain, so it shall be sealed. We will take it to the island, once theirs, now ours. There is a treasury there, hidden well. It shall have to suffice. Risky to separate myself from the artifact that others may discover it. Riskier still to keep it close. In time I will be tempted. I am weak, we all are. Who wouldn't be? Oh, the things I have seen. The tale is here inside the text. Not between the lines, but beneath them, where only our eyes might peer. Go and see it for yourself, that you might succeed where I and others have failed. Time marches on, bringing with it new discoveries and developments, and so at last one day the doorway may be opened and the message delivered. They will have their prophet. Alright, that was a little ominous. We are growing larger, more making their way to our fortresses every day, men and women, old and young, from different lands of different faiths, each telling a similar story of having discovered the first part of our creed, that nothing is true. Too often, though, the revelation undoes them. They lose their morality, certainty, security. Many are driven mad. We must guide them, help them to heal. Their minds must not be filled with more fairy tales, but knowledge instead. Let them have answers. Let those answers be difficult and complex. Such is life. Oh, look, a pistol. Success. We have found a way to alter the structure of the hidden blade so that it can be used to launch small projectiles. It is capable of grievous damage, even from great distance. I confess the means by which I came about the discovery was risky, to say the least. But I have found that in small doses and with a focused mind, the apple can be used without ill effect. Or so I hope. The knowledge of projectile combat is not new to us, having been observed amongst our eastern neighbors, but their weapons were much larger and insufficient for our needs. I have now found a way to miniaturize their designs, embedding their Fury weapon into a form that can be worn on the wrist. We have also refined the formula for combustible powder, such that common ingredients might be used. This is a dangerous bit of knowledge and is best shared only with our closest allies. The Chinese invented gunpowder, trying to create an immortality elixir. Yeah. Kaboom. A dark tide rises to the east, an army of such size and power that all the land is quick with worry. Their leader is a man named Temujin, who has adapted the title Genghis Khan. He sweeps across the lands, conquering and subsuming all who stand in his way. Whatever his motives, he must be stopped. Were I younger, I might attempt to undertake this work in secret, as I suspect the presence of a piece of Eden. But those days are gone now. The mantle must be passed. It is time she and I spoke with our sons. We will travel there together, that they may be tested and that this threat might be stopped. I think Khan he did have a piece of Eden. I think it was like one of the swords. Soon I shall pass from this world. It is my time. All the hours of the days are now colored by the thoughts and fears born of this realization. I know that the elements of my body will return to the earth, but what of my consciousness, my identity? That is to say, what of me? I suspect it will end. There is no next world, nor return to this one. It will simply be done. Forever. Lives are so brief and unimportant. The cosmos cared nothing for us, for what we've done. Had we wrought evil instead of good? Had I chosen to abuse the apple instead of seal it away? None of it would have mattered. There is no counting, no reckoning, no final judgment. There is simply silence and darkness, utter and absolute. And so I have begun to wonder, might there not be a way to stop or at least delay death's embrace? Surely the ones who came before were not so frail and feeble as we, but I have sworn to be done with the artifact, to not gaze into its core. Still, faced as I am with the prospect of my end, what harm is there in one last look? Oh, alright. Let us begin.
Ezio!
It is time, Uncle. Let us finish what you and my father started all those years ago.
Indeed. Perhaps now we can finally make sense of this prophecy, and put a stop to whatever it is the Spaniard is plotting.
We should start by locating the vault. The Codex pages will lead us to it. Let's take a look.
X marks the spot. Alright. Rodrigo Borgia.
Rodrigo Borgia, aka the Spaniard. A dark stain on human history, Rodrigo left a trail of blood a mile wide on his quest to unify Italy under the Templar banner. Anyone who opposed him ended up in little pieces inside a sack, or, if he was in a good mood, poisoned. Once he was crowned Pope, Rodrigo, or should I say Alexander VI, used his influence to wage war with any city that held out against the Templars. And then there were the rumoured X-rated atrocities. Hundreds of courtesans brought to the Vatican by the cartload, and the Pope's close friendship with his illegitimate daughter, Lucrezia. Oh yeah, and did I mention the killings never stopped? Throughout all his public debauchery, Rodrigo was quietly murdering his enemies behind the scenes, consolidating Templar power for the moment when they would seize control.
Ugh. Place the apple. And now It's like a jigsaw puzzle. Nope, one too many. Yes? Nope. Okay. It's like I'm slowly trying to figure out how it's laid. Because it's not... There we go. It's a world map, but it's a very minute world map. Those are assassin icons. There we go. That's all right, right? No. There we go.
It is a map of the entire world, but there are lands shown here that do not exist.
Apparently they do exist. I imagine they've yet to be discovered. Or rediscovered.
How is this possible?
Perhaps the vault will hold the answer.
Do you see where it is, then?
No. It can't be. The vault. It looks like the vault is in Roma. The
Yay.
Spaniard. This is why he became Pope.
Now I understand. It's not the vault alone he's gained access to, but the staff as well.
The papal
What
stuff.
stuff?
The Codex always spoke of 2 keys. 2 pieces of Eden needed to open the vault. One is the apple.
And the other is the staff. The papal staff is the second piece of Eden.
For years, no, decades, we've sought these answers.
And now, at last, we have them.
But so too could the Spaniard. And if he does, if he finds a way into the vault, its contents will make the apple seem a trifling thing.
I must go to Roma and find the vault. What of the rest of you?
We'll do what we do best. Cause some trouble in the city, giving you the freedom to conduct your search.
Just let me know when you are ready, Nipote.
Yeah. It's as I do the codex that I realize I'm missing one last bit of information. We are missing our last glyph, which means I need to do a quick internet search. Haha. So I hate having to hunt these damn things down because it takes forever for me to find where I need to go. But I have found what I'm looking for. Database. Recent entries. No? Not gonna show me? Oh, I want this in Tuscany. Antonio Etico Tetro Romano. Inspired by Greek theaters, similar structure, ruins of ancient Greek Roman theaters can be found throughout territories once ruled by the empire. Constructive concrete. Recipe lost. We don't care. Lack of marble. Renaissance. Italians practiced rudimentary form of recycling when dealing with Roman structures. A marble that could be found was ripped off the buildings to be reused for free. Hey. This is the second time I've forgotten something in Roma. Roma and Tuscany. Oop. It's this weird, freaky, like, owl face again. Alright. The origin of the species. Unlock the file.
A few still know the truth. It is around us. Signs and paintings, faces, documents. But we don't see it. See, we are We are blind to our own creation.
The all-seeing eye of God. Might be here for a moment. Well, this is annoying because all I'm doing right now is I'm reversing my own progress, which is really annoying. Hey, give me a head second. We're gonna reverse out of that and I think I immediately screwed up by trying to start from the inner circle like I always have.
It is around us. Signs and paintings, faces, documents. But we don't see it. See, we are blind to our own creation.
Once again, I think I'm right back to where I started, where oh, back to the internet. They don't even tell me how to do it. You little shits. Oh, we're gonna be here a fucking while. This ring is linked. Okay, what the hell? So, oh, these two rings are linked. This is linked, and these are linked. Is that gonna work? No, it's not gonna work. This is... this is where we're gonna be for the next half hour, people. Because I'm too stupid to figure this shit out. Usually I'm really good at figuring these out, and for right now, one reason right now, I can't.
A few still know the truth. It is around us. Signs and paintings, faces, documents. But we don't see it. See, we are blind to our own creation.
Okay. What the hell? Okay. Frickin' Google, not even frickin' Google at this point, it's frickin' YouTube. So I lost the footage for the original clip for this. So here you go.
A few still know the truth. It is around us. Signs and paintings, faces, documents. But we don't see it. See, we are blind to our own creation.
Yeah, this guy knows how to solve this thing. I don't. So we have the shroud, the sword, the apple, and the staff. Like, all the things that are glowing are pieces of Eden. There's Da Vinci's, like, the sign of man.
I can't do it. Can I do it?
Oh my gosh,
Will it
Clay,
set me
you poor
free from
bastard.
this endless ring of
So
time. I
much
feel
pain.
the guillotine cut my throat. The bullet hit my chest. The water fill my lungs. The blood spills out, thick and red. It's time to get out.
Nothing is true. Everything is permitted. Access granted. Okay. So, January 3rd, 1997. I'm writing in response to your concerns about the rising alarm in the press and the scientific community. The lack of a transitional ancestor from archaic hominids to modern mankind is no longer safe. As you wrote, we have to act. We can't let the truth get out. They'll find out about the artifacts. It will cause too much disruption, too much chaos. Bury our constructed skeleton near Tim White's expedition in Ethiopia. We'll give them their missing link. The birth of humanity. The truth makes me sick. So. Oh, look, my little cursor. They didn't want them. They didn't want the modern world to find out about the artifacts. It would cause competition for them. Issues. Not a good thing. They didn't want them to find out. The truth makes me sick.
The moon. I can see the stars.
That's a noise.
My mind is gone.
Lucy, I can't wait any longer. I'm ready to go. She sees me raise knife.
Oh. Alright, here we are again. My recording glitched out, so I have to show you this again. This is the last of my recordings. This is the final puzzle, but it doesn't matter. Oh my gosh. Again, that's an apple. I hope YouTube doesn't block this video for my half-naked people.
I have it.
Eve!
Look out!
Oh no. Oh no, they've got. Yeah, I think what happened is when I went to have it, I had to YouTube how to friggin' solve that last puzzle, and I have record hotkeyed to R, and I'm pretty sure I hit a button I wasn't supposed to and killed my recording feed. Which is unfortunate this late in the game, but it is what it is. But now, we're gonna kill a pope. We gonna kill a pope. Oh, come on. Turn around.
Roma beckons, Ezio. Let me know when you are ready to depart.
I'm ready to go now. Let's go to the Vatican. Alright, people. Let's go. Oh. Roma, 1499. In Bocca al Lupo. Infiltrate the Sistine Chapel and assassinate Rodrigo Borgia. Nope. No. It's not what you're supposed to do. Castella Sant'Angelo. Built between 135 and 139, is the tomb of the Roman Emperor Hadrian. Castle Sant'Angelo was designed to be slightly larger than the mausoleum of Augustus, because as this data's base has shown time and time again, size does matter. Converted into a military fort in 401, and was promptly sacked by the Visigoth looters in 410, who scattered Hadrian's ashes everywhere. Unless it was recycled, i.e. stolen by the Vatican. In 14th century, the tomb was converted into a castle for the popes and connected to St. Peter's via a covered passage called the Pastetto de Borgo, reflecting the delicately sadistic side of Renaissance papal rule. The castle contains both sumptuous apartments and a prison. Giordano Bruno, the famous scientist and hermetist, was held there for 6 years. Executions were carried out in the small interior courtyard for the Pope's enjoyment. How do you not see me, sir?
He's here! He's getting out! I found him!
Just murder my way into the church.
Let go!
And dead. Very dead. Okay. Let me in, please.
Who's that over man? He's here! He's
Oh.
here! We just have to spread out! Get him!
Why do you keep doing that? Dead. Basilica de San Pedro. Original St. Peter's Basilica, built in 326, as opposed to the epic basilica that exists today, was constructed in the form of a Latin cross. An atrium called the Garden of Paradise stood at the entrance, beckoning followers through the main doors of the church. Unlike pagan temples, which were lavishly decorated, the facade of St. Peter's was plain. Catholicism got over all that when they made the new St. Peter's. Religion became incredibly corrupt, but hey, beauty has to come at a price. And don't care really much about the rest of it. No. Climb. Climb. Kill this man. Another conveniently placed lever.
Where's that one from?
I'll send you to your grave!
Ow!
Stop him, ragazzi!
Just keep mashing the attack button, Ezio. Up.
Assassino! Assassino!
Oh, a conveniently placed horse.
There! Eccolo! Get him! Where? Laggiù! There! There!
Just screw him.
You're not getting past me.
Close the
Up.
gates! Stop the intruder!
There!
Oh, ho, 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 ho. You can't catch me, I'm the bloody gingerbread man.
I'm with you, fratello!
Oh, you can throw all the rocks you want. You're gonna freaking catch me. Come on! Come on! Up! Nope, nope, nope. Haha, you were supposed to go to the hay basket, asshole! Oh, we were doing so well. Come on, get on the horse. Oh, I hate the horse mechanic in this. Come on, fine horse, you're worthless.
You're not getting past me.
Close the gates!
I got past you.
Stop the intruder!
Nope. He's not just gonna let me. Come on. Come on, Ezio. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. No! Come on! No! Come on! You are more... Oh, piss! Can I throw a bomb?
Now, stay calm.
They double bomb their asses. Come on. Oh. Oh, you couldn't friggin' clutch the wall, could you? Ezio, this is the end game, and you're giving me a goddamn aneurysm.
Couldn't obey the law. You must die. He's losing us.
No! No! Climb, you sad bastard! Come on! Come on! Come on, you can climb! Fine, you all want to die? Then we will have a murder fest! The papacy will have a few openings. This will teach you to throw frickin' rocks. I got one of these left. Frickin' sick and tired of this bullshit. Master assassin my ass. Oh.
Damn, get him.
Slit your throat.
Hurry up.
Oh.
Stop, ragazzi. Any last words?
Yeah, die.
Back to me. Get him. When you break the rules, we break you.
No, I break you.
Get him! He's getting over there. On him. Take it from behind!
Come on, come on. Either all of you at once or none of you.
Take it! Now!
He'll leave it open.
Now! Work together!
The bigger they are.
No! That's enough from you, Cazzo!
Nope, come on.
How'd you get only blindsided?
No, come on. Break off.
Darling, getting away! I see him, not you!
Become anonymous to interact. Oh, screw that shit.
Out away! There! I can't see him anymore!
There. They're all dead. I'm really sick of this. Remain undetected. Well, we're gonna be here a while. Please move. Oh, no, 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 back. Damn monks won't frickin' move.
Certainly has this swagger. Anyone see the bastard did this?
Kill Rodrigo without being detected. This I can actually do because there's scaffolding all the way to the front of the church. Capella Sistina, or the Sistine Chapel. Inspired by the architecture of Solomon's Temple, Sistine Chapel is the most famous room in the Apostolic Palace. Ceiling frescoes did not exist yet in 1503, so no climbing around across the finger of God, but the wall paintings that lined the chapel, painted by Pietro Berguno Botelli, honors our ample consolation prize. Pope's personal chapel mass is held frequently inside, as are the papal conclaves. which occurred after the Pope's death. Cardinals are locked inside the chapel, not permitted to leave until a new Pope is elected. Only through smoke signals sent up to announce a new Pope can they escape. Worst of all horrors, nor cardinals, especially ill, can be attended inside by more than one servant. No unless ill. Okay.
Et in unum Dominum Jesum Christum, Filium Dei Unigenitum, et ex Patre natum ante omnia saecula, Deum de Deo, Lumen de Lumine, Deum Verum de Deo Vero, Genitum non factum consubstantiarem Patri, perquem omnia facta sunt, qui propter nos homines et proper nostram salutem descendit de
Original Mass taught
et incarnatus est de
proper
Spiritus
Latin.
Sancto ex Maria Virgine et homo factus est. Crucifixus etiam pro nobis.
Goodbye.
Pontio
I thought I was beyond this. But I'm not. I've waited too long. Lost too much. Requiescat in pace, you bastard.
I don't think so.
Boom! Come on, you papal bastard! You shall not pass!
How is it you resist? I see. Kind of you to bring me the apple. Now give it here.
No.
Vaya farti fottere.
Always the fighter. Just like your father. Well, rejoice, my child. For you will see him again soon. You will give it to me.
As you wish.
It's a nice couple of Ezios.
Fascinating. An impressive power, this. But if you think it's going to save you, you've another thing coming.
It's time to... Oop, don't attack myself.
How long do you think you can keep this up?
I hate that you can't, like, block long weapons. Ah! Oh, come on.
You cannot stop me.
Nope.
Clever trick, but useless.
Come on! Ah! Again, you can't block a long weapon, and it's bullshit.
I'll cut you down, assassin.
No, you won't. Oh, come on. That was weird. Ah, there we go.
You are right to fear me.
Ah, these bodies in the way are kind of annoying. It's like smacking wood on wood. Come on.
I'll cut you down, assassin.
My clones aren't really doing shit here.
How long do you think you can keep this up?
A lot longer than you, old man.
You cannot stop me.
There we go. Ah. Nope. Yep, come on. Come on.
No, you will not take this from me.
It's finished, Rodrigo. Lay down your arms, and I will make sure the end comes swiftly.
Really, Ezio? And would you give up so easily were it the other way around?
Oh, I'm getting sick of you.
Find out.
you're just gonna hide.
At last. And now, to deal with you.
Well, excuse me. Ah! That's unnecessary. Find my way into the secret chamber. Well, that's gonna be easy enough. Push one button. Push two button. Kill Rodrigo. Okay, this is not made by human hand.
What is this place?
Open, damn you! Open!
It's over, Rodrigo. No more tricks. No more ancient artifacts. No more weapons. Let us see what you are made of, old man.
All right then. If that's how you want to play it.
Alright, you fat old bugger. Let's go. I'm betting I can still beat them.
What do you
Inside
even
you.
want with the vault, Rodrigo?
Don't you know what lies within? Or do you
Oh.
mean to tell me the great and powerful assassins didn't figure it out?
Figure what out?
God. It's God that dwells within.
I doubt that.
You expect me to believe that God lives beneath Il Vaticano?
And more.
Let's say I was to believe you. What do you think you'll do when you open that door?
I'm
I
enjoying
don't
kicking
care.
this out of you.
It's not approval I'm after. Just power.
And you think you'll give it up?
Whatever lies beyond that wall won't be able to resist the staff and apple. They were made for
Yeah, it
killing
will.
gods.
God is meant to be all-knowing, all-powerful. You think a couple of ancient relics can harm him?
You know nothing, boy.
Especially ones he
You
created.
take your image of the creators from an ancient book. A book, mind you, written by men.
You are the Pope, and yet you dismiss the central text of your faith?
Are you so naive? I became Pope because it gave me access. It gave me power. Do you think I believe a single goddamn word of that ridiculous book?
I'm enjoying this a little too much. I'm pressing X. And choking him out. Okay.
You can't. You can't. It's my destiny. Mine. I am the prophet.
No, you're a
You
sad
never
old
were.
man.
Get it over with, then.
No. Killing you won't bring my family back. I'm done.
You're gonna regret that decision, sir.
Nulla è reale. Tutto è lecito. Requiescat in pace.
You're going to regret that. Oh, what? You get to the very last man, the man you had gone on a crusade to kill, and you refused to kill him. Why? Why? Yep, the magic wall. Ooh, that's a lot of gold. is all about. Of course, there's nothing in here.
Greetings, Prophet. It is good you have come. Let us see it, to give thanks.
The apple.
We must speak.
Who are you?
Many names. When I died, it was Minerva. Before that, Merva and Mera. And on and on. The others, too. Juno, who was before called Uni. Jupiter, who was before called Tinia.
You are gods.
No, not gods. We simply came before. Even when we walked the world, your kind struggled to understand our existence. We were more advanced in time. Your minds were not yet ready. Still not. Maybe never.
I like how she's looking directly at the
You
player.
may not comprehend us, but you will comprehend our warning. You must.
None of what you are saying makes sense.
Our words are not meant for you.
What are you talking about? There's no one else here.
Enough. I do not wish to speak with you, but through you. You are the prophet. You've played your part. You anchor him, but please be silent, that we may commune.
You just got told, Ezio.
When we were still flesh and our home still whole, your kind betrayed us.
Okay.
We who made you. We who gave you life. We were strong, but you were many, and both of us craved war. So busy were we with earthly concerns, we failed to notice the heavens.
That's
And by the
solar
time we
corona.
did, the world burned until naught remained but ash. It should have ended then and there. But we built you in our own image. We built you to survive. And so we did. Few were our numbers. Your kind and mine. It took sacrifice, strength, compassion. But we rebuilt. And as life returned to the world, we endeavored to ensure this tragedy would not be repeated. But now, we are dying, and time will work against us. Truth turned into myth and legend. What we built, misunderstood. Let my words preserve the message and make a record of our loss. But let my words also bring hope. You must find the other temples, built by those who knew to turn away from war. They worked to protect us, to save us from the fire. If you can find them, if their work can be saved, so too might this world.
Awesome. End of the world
Be
ship.
quick, for time grows short. And guard against the cross,
This is a
for there are
allude to the
many
2012
who stand in your
event.
way.
It is an allusion to the 2012 event when the world was all supposed to end thanks to them Mayans.
It is done. The message is delivered.
Again, she's looking
We are gone
directly
now
at me,
from this
the player.
world. All of us. We can do no more. The rest is up to you, Desmond.
What? Who is Desmond? I don't understand. Please, wait. I have so many questions.
Too bad. She's out.
What the fuck?
And that, my friends, is Assassin's Creed 2. Alright. Again, Much better story than the last one. A lot less repetitive. Game mechanics are still clunky as can be. Ezio's glitching all over the place. But honestly, one of my favorites in this series. I look forward to playing the next ones. Like,
There's only about 10 minutes until I
Need
get...
all
Oh,
my equipment
okay.
ready to go before they do. Desmond!
Yeah.
we need out.
All right, Sean, I need you and Rebecca to get everything in here packed up and loaded into the truck. You and I'll deal with the Templars.
What, they're here?
It was only a matter of time before they discovered us. To be honest, I'm surprised it took them as long as it did.
Let's go.
Okay, time to fight and kill some people via end credit scene. It's like Marvel, where it's like, hey, you stayed for the extra 30 seconds into the movie. Now you get to kill
what's
people.
The plan? We ditch this place and then what?
There's another safe house. We've got
Okay,
company.
breaching charge.
The truck's just up ahead.
Come on, Templar boys. Let's dance.
Mr. Miles, this is an unexpectedly
Vidic.
pleasant turn of events. And here I thought I'd have to waste more men on you. Kind of you to save me the trouble.
What do you want, Vidic?
For you to come home. We miss you terribly. There's still so much work for us to do together.
It's not happening,
I
Warren.
don't care.
You continue
Going to kill you.
disappoint in every conceivable way, Miss Stillman. I saved your life once. Do you remember? And this is how you repay me?
You saved me so you could keep experimenting on people, destroying their lives. And for what?
Can we stop
This
talking
tired
and having our silly
argument
monologue and get down to the
As
murdering
I
of
recall,
idiots?
you were there, at my side,
Why must we
every
always have
step of the way.
monologues?
Their blood is on your hands just as much as mine.
You need to
Really
stop.
trying to take a moral high ground here, sir? You don't have one. Oh, come on! Murdered you. Murdered you. Wait, can I steal your... Oh. Oh, he's dead. Next row of monkeys, step right up. Oh, come on. Come on. There we go. Oh, that's your lower back. You're not going to be walking. Oh. Just repeatedly headbutt people till they die. Nice forklift. Mr. Vidic.
Is this necessary?
Yes.
Uh-oh, Doc. Looks like it's just you and me now.
Enjoy your victory, Mr. Miles. Temporary as it is.
Well, I'll be seeing you again,
We have
Vidic.
to go!
We will be seeing you again.
There you are. Come on. Help Lucy into the van. Hurry, Desmond. We need to go.
You'll have your turn, Desmond. Warren's gonna get what he deserves. I promise.
So what now? Where are we headed?
There's a cabin up north. We should be safe there. At least for a little while. I have to analyze those tapes from your session. Figure out what's happening.
And then what?
Here we go. I've got you all hooked up. Got a long drive ahead of us. Figured you might want to play around with the Animus on the way.
All right, but I got some questions first. I mean, what the hell was that in the vault?
What you saw proves everything I was afraid of. The Templars aren't our biggest threat. Not by a long shot.
So what, the sun is? What's it gonna do? Cook the Earth?
I doubt it.
Yes.
I don't know. There's been some speculation that the Earth's magnetic field is weakening. A sufficiently strong flare could flip the poles and cause a geomagnetic reversal. It's all theoretical, but if it happens, the planet could become geologically unstable. Very unstable.
It's meant to be the stuff of pseudoscience, but clearly something catastrophic happened.
It is pseudoscience. That's not how magnetic reversals work.
Was it maybe
I'm a geologist,
was
I
it?
would know.
She seemed to think we were due for a second round.
So either way, we're fucked.
I don't know yet. We'll keep reviewing the tapes. And you can keep digging through your memories. Maybe there's more to discover.
All right. Guess I better get started.
Alright. So that would be, I think, the official end now. Yes. Look, so, like, Assassin's Creed 2 to 3, basically the Ezio series and then Assassin's Creed 3 with Connor, all just kind of lead up to the 2012 end of the world apocalypse event. And it just develops more of the backstory and lore for Assassin's Creed. And then Black Flag, Unity, Rogue, and everything that comes after just further develops lore, and it's finding more artifacts and exploring more areas of world history. And the plot diverges a little bit from I think it's an original basis, but still all so good. Anyways, like, comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you all in Rome.